In the heart of Kenya, there is a story villagers whisper when the wind blows through the hills. A story of love, betrayal, and the harsh lessons life can teach. It is about a man who gave everything to the woman he loved, and the woman who betrayed him for riches, only to face a fate she never expected. This is the story of how she took everything from him, until life took everything from her. In the rolling hills of Kijani, where the wind whispered through golden grasses and the river sang gentle songs, there lived a young man named Luka. He was 26, lean and strong, with deep brown skin and eyes that carried both pain and hope. He had lost his parents early, leaving him alone with no land, no wealth, and nothing but determination. Life had been hard, yet Luka never allowed bitterness to consume him. Each morning he rose before dawn, washing his face in the cold river water and praying for a day when his struggle would end. Luka's life changed the day he met Amina, a woman whose beauty was matched only by her kindness. She had dark, smooth skin, braided hair adorned with tiny beads, and eyes that glimmered with warmth. Poverty had shaped her life, but not her spirit. She noticed Luka helping a child carry water from the river, and curiosity brought her closer. A friendship formed, and eventually love blossomed, quiet, patient, and full of trust. They shared one plate of ugali, one cup of water, and one dream to rise together. For years they endured hardship. Luka would walk miles in the sun, searching for work, returning with dusty feet and empty pockets. Amina would wait, sometimes boiling water to warm his hands, other times resting her head on his shoulder. They spoke of the future, of building a life together, even when every day seemed the same. But their love became a whispered legend in Kijani, a fragile light in the shadow of poverty. Then came the opportunity. A construction company in Nairobi needed workers, and Luka applied. Exhausted but hopeful, he earned the job. The work was grueling, sun-scorching, stones heavy, lungs full of dust, yet Luka endured. Slowly, he saved money, rented a small room in the city, bought clothes that didn't tear, and sent funds back to Amina every weekend. He returned, bringing food, hope, and reminders that their dreams were still alive. Once stable, Luka helped Amina find a job as well, an assistant in a small office. Amina cried, embracing him tightly. "You never forgot me," she whispered. Together, they moved into a modest apartment, ready to build the life they had imagined. But the city changed everything. Amina found herself among people she had never met. Women with silk skirts, men with polished shoes, and offices glowing with fluorescent light. The admiration she received stirred pride within her. Then came Karim, a wealthy man with a tailored suit, a flashy watch, and a smooth voice. He noticed her immediately, offering compliments and small gifts. At first, Amina resisted. She remembered Luka's sacrifices and the nights he had walked miles to feed her dreams. Yet pride is a subtle thief. Slowly, Amina stayed out later, smiled less at Luca, and dressed differently. She compared Luca's modest life to Karim's wealth, and soon she allowed herself to imagine a life without him. One evening, Amina told Luca she was leaving. His heart shattered, yet he begged, "Please, Amina, don't do this. We built our dreams together." She packed her clothes coldly, ignoring the tears in his eyes. "I deserve more," she said, voice steady. "I cannot stay." Then she left. Days later, Luca received court papers. Amina had claimed his property. Lies were woven carefully, and the court ruled in her favor. Luca lost everything: his small apartment, his modest savings, even the few possessions he had brought from his village. Empty pockets, empty room, empty heart. For months, Luca lived quietly. He rented a small single room, took odd jobs, and let his heart heal. He did not hate Amina, he only mourned the love she had destroyed. Yet he watched over her from afar, hoping she might learn humility. Meanwhile, Amina's life with Karim crumbled. The gifts stopped, the smiles faded, and he eventually abandoned her for someone else. She lost her job, her reputation, and her pride. She wandered streets of Nairobi, hungry, wet from rain, and humiliated by those who had once admired her. Her expensive clothes were gone, her hair unkempt, her face etched with regret. One night, shivering under a street lamp, she thought of Luca, the man who had loved her when she had nothing. Tears streaming, she walked to his door. "Luca, please help me," she whispered. Luca opened the door. His eyes were calm, kind, but guarded. "I will help you survive," he said softly, "but do not expect what you once had." He fed her, gave her a place to rest, and helped her secure a small job. Yet he kept distance. His heart had healed, but the scar of betrayal remained. Amina wept, understanding that some love, once destroyed, can never return to its former glory. Time passed, Luca's life slowly improved. He became respected in the community, known for his honesty and resilience. Amina learned humility, working hard for her small wages. She remembered the life she had destroyed and carried regret in her heart. The villagers shared the story for generations. Never betray the hand that held you when the world turned its back. The heart you scar may forgive, but it will never belong to you again. Life lesson: true love is not measured by wealth or comfort, but by loyalty, patience, and sacrifice. Betray those who lift you from nothing, and life has a way of teaching its hardest lessons. Respect, honesty, and gratitude are priceless. Pride and greed can cost more than you ever imagined.